Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
No, I was looking like, am I hearing an helicopter or not? Ah no! It was a motorcycle. I knew, but I was hearing something. I have good ears. I can hear really a lot of high notes that normally, yes, you're not supposed to hear. Not the lower ones, you know, like I'm regular with the lower ones, but with the high notes, I have good ears. You don't want to know that? I know. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty Season 2, Episode 10, the last one of this Season 2. I'm gonna end the Season 2 with you guys right now. I already watched today the 2 last episodes. If you want to see my reaction videos about that, I'm gonna put the links into the eye. The last episode. First, I think that you understood now that I'm gonna react to the entire show. Like, after the Season 1, I was hesitating about reacting to the Season 2 or not. I was telling you that normally I wouldn't, but that maybe you would see me again soon for Season 3 or something like that, that I was not sure. And in fact, I missed a lot the time that I was spending with Rick and Morty with this show. Like, I had a lot of funny moments, and with all of the other videos, you know, all of the other shows that I'm reacting to for this channel, which are darker, maybe we can say it like that, I was like, no, I want to keep Rick and Morty. In fact, I'm having a lot of fun watching it. I want to discover more about it. So yes, I'm gonna react to the Season 2 also. I think that you understood with the evolution of my thoughts, you know, of this show all along this Season 2, that I'm gonna watch all of the rest of the episodes with you guys. We're gonna binge watch this show together. We're gonna finish the Season 2 right there with this episode, and I said it after the last one, already during the intro of the last one, the fact that for the end of this Season 2, I'm expecting the writers to talk really about the characters, about Rick and about Morty. We saw how they both evolved all along this season. The fact that Rick, we saw that he was depressed, we saw that he tried to kill himself, we know that he has a dark past, that he can have dark thoughts, but at the same time also that he's trying to change really. And for me, the last episode was a representation of that, because in fact, during the last episode, he was the one trying to do the right things. Okay, he wanted to stay for the purge and he watched what was happening, but at the same time he stopped it because it was too much even for him. It was okay to save that girl. Morty didn't have to insist that much. After that, he went with that girl, you know, inside of that place. He was the one to stop Morty, you know, when he had that rage state. I'm gonna come back to it. He wanted to help that girl to end the festival. Before that, you know, Rick, he would have said, oh, do your stuff on your own, like, I'm not gonna lose more time with what's happening right there, I'm hurt. You know, he would have thought of himself and that's all. Maybe he would have killed her also. But no, right there he hurt, and at the end of the last episode, he reassured Morty by lying, you know, about these things that they ate, saying that it was because of that that Morty was so angry and wanted to kill everyone. So really, all along the season, we had an evolution for Rick, who got nicer, who was trying each time to do the right things, at least more and more. But we discovered more also about him and the fact that he has dark thoughts and that it's really rough for him, and we have a lot of mysteries also about his past. So I hope that we're gonna have something about it during this episode, even if I consider that we already had something during the last episode also. And for Morty, I said it all along this season, I had the impression that Morty was getting more impulsive, more angry. I had the impression that he was angrier at Rick, you know, I'm worried for their relationship. During the last episode, he killed someone, like already before he killed someone, you know, that cloud, but that cloud wanted to kill entire planets, so maybe he managed to justify that into his head, but still I thought that the writers would do something with that, you know, make consequences about it, because they were playing a lot during that episode with Morty's moral compass, with also the fact that he tried to do the right thing, but by trying to do the right thing, he did bad stuff, and at the end, in fact, the thing that he thought which would be right was a bad thing. So they were playing a lot with Morty during that moment, and during the last episode, he killed someone else, but that someone didn't do anything bad, didn't kill anyone, didn't want to kill anyone, because that person didn't want to get involved into that festival, you know, into the purge. So it was really something for Morty, so much that he switched, and after that he killed a lot of people. So for me, it was a true representation, the last episode, of the fact that Morty is getting angrier, he can kill people. Like, now I don't think that they are playing with Morty's moral compass, I think that they are destroying it. I'm saying they, the writers, are destroying his moral compass. So I'm worried about it, and I'm also worried about their relationship, Rick and Morty, because I had the impression that Morty was getting angrier at Rick. On several occasions during this season, he left him behind. Morty left Rick behind, was tired of his bullshit, so tired that he left him behind. And yes, he was giving up on Rick, giving up on their relationship. So he did it a lot during this season. I have the impression that at some point he's gonna do it for good. And what happened during the last episode, I thought that we would have something like Morty blaming Rick for the bad influence that he had on him. Because, you know, Morty is getting more like Rick, you know, and Rick is getting more like Morty in a way. Like you know, Morty has a good influence on Rick, but Rick has a bad influence on Morty. I don't know, I'm worried for their relationship. So I know that during only one episode we can have things about it, but not everything that I just said about Rick, about Morty, about their relationship, about also all of the mysteries around Rick's past. But I think that we can have little things at least about it. And I didn't give up also on the fact that, no, I don't have a theory, but I want to work on theories questioning Rick and Morty existence, all of these alternative realities and all of these different Rick and Mortys. I don't know which theory I'm gonna create around that, but I explained during the last intros the fact that I had a weird theory and it was totally wrong, you know, for me to have that theory, but at the end it opened a window, you know, for me to think about that kind of stuff, you know, with a show like that, to question that, to not just be like, okay, that's it's them and that's gonna be always them no matter what in all of these episodes. I don't even know what I just said, like, if it makes sense, but I just know that I need to work on it, okay? Stop. I think that I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Yep. Let's go for this episode 10. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes earlier, if you have right now on YouTube the episode 10, it means that at least on Patreon we are already at the episode 4 of the season 3, if it's not more than that. With an extended or full reaction part, I put some full reaction part for Rick and Morty, for big episodes, you know. If you can be interested to support me, it can be appreciated. September and October, they are difficult months for me, I'm not gonna hide it. It's difficult for me, and I think that it's gonna get more difficult, you know, in Europe. We are really like, how are we gonna spend this winter? We are beginning to ask big questions like that, you know, about electricity, about are we gonna be able to have heat and stuff like that. What kind of... Like, really? Yes, that's real questions. Yeah, it's that kind of situation. So if you were hesitating, maybe it's a good time to support me. And if you don't, I mean, if you can't, don't worry, don't blame yourself or stuff like that. I saw not a lot of people, but a few people being like, I'm sorry, I can't, I have financial issues. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I totally understand that. Believe me, I totally understand that. So I'm not gonna blame you for that, and I just hope that things are gonna get easier for you, better for you, and you can just enjoy the time that you are spending with me with these videos, and that's gonna be already great. That's already gonna give me a support, you know, on YouTube. Even if for YouTube it doesn't count, for me it counts, so don't worry about that. Please stop. Let's go for this episode 10 of the season 2. The end of this season 2. Ooh, that hair. I don't know. Oh, I don't care about my hair today. Like, clearly.
The trick to cereal is keeping 70% of it above the milk.
Jerry, get a job.
Oh! Be nicer with Jerry, I swear!
Looks like an egg bite for Birdperson. Must be time for
Birdperson! Each time I'm naming him Eager Man.
Greetings, this is Birdperson. Inviting you to Planet Squanch for our
For you!
building ceremony.
Oh my god! My friend Tammy's marrying Birdperson!
So cool! Let's go! Oh, we're gonna discover more about your past.
Let's not get carried away more. Wanted to watch someone throw their life away? Hang out with Jerry all day. Returning to sender.
No, hold on, stay.
Be nicer to Jerry. You are the wolf, you are best.
What do you know about friendship, Jerry? Confirmed. Shipping Jerry.
Oh, fuck. Jerry! That's insane!
He needs to pay to have a friend.
Go to the wedding.
So cool!
Rick Sanchez!
Oh, there you are! Squanchy Squatch! Oh, Jerry. Why did it take you longer?
Go change.
Oh, be nicer! I swear!
Here's some humans you can practice on.
You must be Selma's mom and dad.
We're Tammy's parents, Pat and Donna Guterman. Hi, Beth.
A wonderful person and an incredible bird. Still,
Seems so.
what is he, 40? It's just, you know,
Jerry.
when he was her age, she wasn't born. Let's see, like 18, she was literally in there, in your womb. Teenager comes into your home and says, I'll take that, I'll have sex with that.
Give us 1 second.
My
Put your
theory.
feet in your mouth. I want you to stand in the corner and face the corner and talk to nobody.
Maybe I will.
Like you're punishing Jerry for being himself. At some point, I'm gonna want Jerry to leave all of you, so you understand how great he was. Is
He's dying. He's getting married. This is your family and friends all around you, you know? Take the day off. There's nothing to run from. There's nothing to fight.
Can you make me a dumb grandson pep talk? It's one part lame advice about stuff you know nothing about, and a lot of
Come on. Melting? You know that ceremony, it's really a wedding. It's not something where he's gonna die, for example.
The galactic government considers us terrorists. It's unwise of me to share these details, but I've become inebriated. The guest list of this wedding includes 17 of the Federation's most wanted. We have committed numerous atrocities in the name of freedom.
Indeed.
In the name of the Squanch, the 6 rivers, the 4...
It's almost beautiful.
Birdperson, you are my seed, my worm, my earliness, and my lack of cats.
Tammy, I was approaching infertility when I met you, but there is still time.
No.
I'm yours until my death.
I'm now pronouncing Squanch and Birdperson.
That's sweet. No one died. I was really afraid.
Hi everybody.
Rick.
You know, when I first met Birdperson, listen, I'm not the nicest guy in the universe. Because I'm the smartest, and being nice is something stupid people do to hedge their bets. Now, I
But you're getting nicer,
like, I couldn't make it work, and I could turn a black hole into a sun. So, at a certain point, you gotta ask yourself, what are the odds this is legit, not just some big lie we're all telling ourselves? Because, you know, that's exactly how we all die. Alone. Oh, boy.
Rick.
But...
Oh, I really don't have this reaction then.
If he loves Tammy, well, then I love Tammy too. And to my greatest adventure yet, opening myself up to others.
Rick!
That was beautiful.
Yes!
I look around this room. I'm not a high school senior from the planet Earth. In a lot of ways, what I really am is a deep cover agent for the Galactic Federation. And this entire building is, in a certain sense, surrounded. What?
Tammy, you like all of this stuff?
Sit your bird ass down, Tammy.
Sorry, Birdperson didn't die! Oh, Tammy, I want Rick to kill you.
Somebody confiscate that and don't damage it.
Birdperson. What, Tammy? That's why your parents were okay with that wedding.
Get your family out of here. I got this.
You know? Oh, fuck, Squanch!
Come on, this way.
Birdperson is truly dead. There were cyborgs! Good job, Ben.
Oh, I don't know. My now dead best friend? Or your daughter who was BFFs with an intergalactic narc?
Hey, Tammy was
Yes, she was, and Birdperson is not really that shut the fuck up. In an alternative reality, still alive.
Jeez.
What are we going to do? Where are we going to live?
Take it easy. This is a blessing in disguise. Fuck Earth. You realize
No.
our planet needs dirt. See? Our cup runneth over. Now who wants to go shopping for a brand new motherfucking world? Alright.
No.
Do you even know that wasn't Earth?
Yes, because there's no Africa.
Shh, white people problems, Morty. Let's go
Oh.
check her out. I guess this one's a little small. Maybe we should go check out the other two.
This looks nice. Mom, Dad, look.
Like, really, you're going with that idea? It can be poisoned somehow.
Strawberries and flowers on a cob, huh? That's pretty cool.
I'm not okay to give up on Earth, guys.
On the call.
Get in the ship, sweetie. Get in the goddamn ship. Everything's on a cob. The whole planet's on a cob.
And that's bad because
Seems good.
And nothing on the cob.
we're really gonna give up on Earth.
Aw, Dad, how long were the days on this planet?
South Pole discovered, baby! Oh! Wow, it's the planet's core. I'm just saying, we keep acting like there's only two options. But, and this is purely hypothetical, what if we turn your father into the government?
Jerry, so help me God.
Jerry.
If I ever bring this up again, no more bacon.
Why are we doing this? For someone that would never do anything for anyone but himself.
False, not anymore.
Yeah, you don't love people in hopes of a reward, Dad. You love them unconditionally.
Yes.
Very good, kids. I'm proud of you.
We're gonna do whatever Rick wants, whenever he wants.
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want you to leave again, you dumb asshole.
Oh, Rick. It might hurt, but I'm so glad that you heard that.
I was gonna hop over to the Cloppy Drop system, get some ice cream.
You want me to come with?
I'll be okay. Bye, Morty.
Rick?
You're gonna give
You're not
yourself.
leaving, right?
Yeah, I am. To get ice cream.
I can handle it if you go. But you break Mom's heart, and I won't forgive you for that.
You're not leaving them. I'm not gonna believe that. You're not leaving them like you left before. You're leaving to give yourself.
English, press 2. Ongoing investigations.
Hi. My name's Jerry Smith. I'm
Jerry?
from Planet Earth. I know the whereabouts of Rick Sanchez. Doing what's right for the galaxy by calling you, so if we come back to Earth, can my family have a normal life? We only want Sanchez.
They should die.
How long will you be visiting Earth? Oh, we live here. We were just on planet for a wedding. Go that way.
I said it. Earth changed forever now. It was not selfish, you know what it did. Rick, for once, he really gave himself just for you guys to be okay.
I have processed that you are in distress and have prescribed antidepressants, compliments of the Galactic Federation.
I feel better.
Report to the Ministry of Employment and you will be assigned a function.
A job, you mean?
Honey, I got a job!
Rick?
Yeah, what are you in for? Everything.
Rick! fucking kidding me? That's the end of this episode of the season? You're the one who is creating characters' mind.
That's a real crazy ending, huh? Hi, I'm Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yes, I know.
You think Rick's gonna get out of jail? Who? You think the family's gonna rescue him? Tune in to Rick and Morty season 3 in like a year and a half. See how we unravel this mess. Ooh-wee.
Who fuck you?
It's the coolest show.
That's not a question. You've got what I meant by that. Today I watched the 3 last episodes. In one, you killed Jerry. I was not okay with it. In the second one, Morty killed a lot of people and revealed that aspect of himself. I was really worried about it. In this episode, you're killing Birdperson and maybe also Squashy for good, for real. And you're doing that with Rick and with planet Earth? Oh, you're not joking anymore with making big changes which are gonna have big consequences for the rest of the episodes. That's it. It's not anymore one episode, one story. That's what I wanted. I know. And you know, if you were there during my binge watching of the season 1, during almost the entire season 1, I was like, I would want consequences for each of these episodes, you know, I would want for this episode to have a connection with each other, to not have just one episode, one story. Let's go back to that, okay? Birdperson really died. I mean, the fact that Tammy, she was a spy and she did all of that, that's it. I made my peace with it, why not? It can explain why a teenager like her would accept to live with an old person like him on another planet for that long. All of that, you know, about her parents also, okay for Tammy, even if we meet her again, okay for Tammy, but not for Birdperson. He was so nice, he was so great, he was Rick's best friend. Squashy, I don't know if he died or not, I'm not so sure. The transformation of Squashy was insane, really good idea. I'm not okay with Birdperson being dead. Not just because we need information from him about Rick's past, but also really for Birdperson, who was so great. Even if during all of this time I did not know how to name him, and most of the time I was naming him Eagle Guy. But you know, it doesn't change the fact that the guy was great. I'm sad and I'm mad about Eagle Guy dying. Rick, you lost your best friend. Because of you, planet Earth is now changed forever. With the entire human race, you know, which is gonna be treated like that by all of these aliens. You heard your family talking like that about you. Jerry was ready to give you. The 3 other ones, your granddaughter, your grandson and your daughter, saying that they would never give up on you, that they would always accept everything that you would do because they love you and they don't want to lose you. It's not a surprise, you know, for Rick to give himself at the end because of all of what happened during this episode, but also I said it during the intro, I'm saying it since episodes, because during all along this season it changed, and little by little he was really trying to do the right thing, really little by little, like it took him time and it was little by little, but you know, already during the last episode when he helped that girl to end the festival, when he didn't kill her, when he reassured Morty and stuff like that, already during the last episode he proved, you know, that he wanted to do the right things, that he was okay with that, he was not even questioning it, joking about it or not. So I'm not surprised that Rick is taking that decision about giving himself to the police and also to help his family to be okay, to not be arrested, no for complicity or stuff like that. So yes, it's not a surprise for Rick to do that. But the consequences of that, Rick, you're gonna be in jail. You're gonna try to escape. Because for sure, after all of what you've done, you know it's gonna be lifetime jail, no? And that jail, it looked awful. And he knew it, Rick. He knew that this jail would be like that. And Earth is awful now. We can't come back to how it was, like never, like that's it. Earth is gonna be like that now. You're gonna treat humans like that. And for them, you know, for the family who is on Earth, I think that Jerry is gonna be the one, maybe who is gonna leave stuff, you know, the best, because he doesn't have that special connection with Rick, that blood connection. Even if he appreciated Rick at the end, I think that we saw it a lot of time. Jerry, he was tired of everyone accepting all of his bullshit. We saw that, you know, when they discovered what was happening under the floor of their house and a lot of things like that. So it can explain why he's reacting like that about Rick. And right there, like, he's gonna have his job. That thing about having a job, I already discussed about it during the last review, the fact that Jerry, it's not about getting a job or not, you know, the real issue that he has into his life is the fact that he's all alone, the fact that he doesn't have any friend, the fact that all of his family is treating him bad, is talking bad to him. Like right there, Morty, he was like, oh, you don't say go fuck yourself to your granddaughter. Morty, during the last episode, he said it was what, fuck you or something like that, to his own dad. They are so disrespectful with Jerry. I'm talking about Summer, Morty, Beth and Rick. They are so disrespectful with Jerry that because of that, you know, right there I could blame Jerry for what he suggested about Rick, about the fact that he doesn't care about it, he's just glad, you know, to come back to Earth and he's not seeing, you know, everything which is happening now on Earth, which is not good, and he's only thinking about himself, about the fact that it's great that he's getting a job. Yes, I could say that, and I can see that. See, I can see that it's not great, and Jerry, I'm a little ashamed that you did all of that, a little disappointed at least, but at the same time, no one considered him before. They are all disrespectful with him, and for once, the guy thought about himself. I'm not gonna blame him that much. You know, I can blame him, but I'm not gonna blame him that much. And yes, the rest of them, they're gonna feel guilty about Rick giving himself like that. They're gonna feel all alone, you know. Morty is gonna be bored without Rick, without going on adventures with Rick. But now that Earth is like that, maybe you're gonna live in fact adventures on Earth. We can really never come back, fully from an episode like that, from an end like that, a conclusion like that. The situation, you know, the context of the show is changed forever because of Earth looking like that at the end. And the situation with Rick, I really don't know what you're gonna do with it. And Mr. Popple, I can't remember his name, right there at the end, who is really like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, are they gonna be okay, I want to know if they're gonna be okay. I know that he's supposed to represent the viewers. First, it's not the case because, for me at least, it's a binge watching, you know, so just right now, if I want, I can watch episode 1 of the season 3. I'm not gonna do it, it's gonna be on another session of binge watching, but you've got what I meant. Second, because I think that the viewers of Rick and Morty, they are not fanatics like that, you know. They are fans of this show, but they know also how this show is functioning, is working, so they know also that nothing is gonna get right, you know. We can't come back from that, but we're gonna have new episode and it's gonna be cool and we're gonna discover new stuff. They're gonna do great stuff with that. I don't know why right now I'm thinking about the fact that Rick, you know, when they were trying to escape, when he talked to Beth, I don't know what he said at this moment, but he was calling her sweetie. I don't know why I'm thinking about it right there, right now, but it's showing also the affection that he has for her, and, you know, it's his little daughter, no matter what. Birdperson really died. Oh, that really... If we can come back, you know, from something into this episode, I'm pretty sure that I would prefer to come back, you know, from... to change that thing about Birdperson dying or not. The other thing, you know, Earth changing and Rick in jail, I think that it can be resolved. But killing someone... And just, you know, a few seconds before that, I was like, this ceremony, I'm really worried about it. Maybe at the end, some of them are gonna die, you know, because of this ceremony, because it's not really a wedding. And I was like, oh, that's great, it's a good ceremony, no one died. 5 seconds later, boom! Shame on me. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. Yes, I'm gonna watch the next season, and if you are watching this on YouTube, just know that on Patreon you can already find my reactions about the next episode if you want that. I think that for this episode I'm gonna put a full reaction part. I'm pretty sure of it. And because yes, I'm putting extended or full reaction part on my Patreon. And that's it for that session of binge watching. I would see you on another day for discovering the season 3 of Rick and Morty. So it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Hey.